Good morning, Mayor. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, wonderful.
Where are you headed and what are you doing?
We're on our way to meet with Governor Bob Riley, the governor of the state of Alabama, to talk about more exploration as it relates to economic development between Africa and Alabama. The cultural exchange, which is also a very critical component of what it is that we are discussing, as well as the education exchange, distance learning, as to relate to not just the Tuskegee University component, but all of the universities in the state of Alabama are to be considered as part of this tapestry of educational exchange. So we're going to continue the dialogue with the governor. He's always been very open and supportive of international collaboration, and so we believe that he will be very favorable to greeting, meeting, and supporting this initiative.
Mayor, give me an assessment of how things have gone up to this point with this venture.
Well, if I could put it on a scale from 1 to 10, it will probably be a 20. It has been very well done. Everything has run very smoothly. The delegation from Africa is elated. In fact, they say all the time, "I am so happy," and that means that they are genuinely pleased at the experience, and they look forward to the opportunity, which I think is so critically important.
There seemed to be a spirit of camaraderie-ship, of unity, and of love in this whole mission. Am I correct on that?
Absolutely. We have recognized, in fact, we know unequivocally that we are one people. We have just been dispersed in different parts of the world, but it does not negate the bloodline and the cultural connectivity and the common history that we all share together. And I think that kind of recognition brings a kinship and a unity that surpasses the notion that we have not met each other physically before, but we know that we are connected spiritually and through bloodline.
Where do we go from here beyond just dreaming and talking?
Well, one thing that one has to do, one is first you have to talk, because talking is the vehicle by which trust is first established. But you have to move beyond that, as you've so aptly alluded, to deal with strategic planning. And that has to do with timelines and benchmarks and measures that you can see a process taking place definitively, measurably, as you move forward in the collaboration. There are some very definitive ways to determine whether or not you are doing what we're doing, because a tree is known by the fruit that it bears. If it's no fruit being bared, then it doesn't matter about the talk. It doesn't matter about the feel-good experience. If there is nothing that comes out of it that brings to fruition the things that we're talking about, then all of this is merely an activity and futility. It's good to feel good, but we are moving certainly beyond that, because we know that there are economic benefits to both Africa and to Alabama and America.
Give us just a quick overview, if you would, about how this mission happened.
Well, about a month ago, I went to Benin, Africa, along with Diane Cameron, who accompanied me, as a kind of exploration mission. The Minister of Foreign Affairs for Benin requested that we come, and as a consequence of getting to meet the leadership of Benin, I invited them over to visit with us. I think it was less than a day after I returned that I got a phone call from the Minister of Foreign Affairs office saying that he wanted to send a delegation down to explore and to further discuss what we had begun talking about while we were in Benin. And so this is an outgrowth of a first meeting a month ago, and then them coming in less than 2 months from an initial meeting. That tells you the level of seriousness and the level of commitment that Benin has with doing this project, or any project, but with America. But more importantly, this is expanded beyond Benin. It has gone to Togo. The president of Togo called and sent his ambassador. A person running for the presidency of Cameroon will be coming today with a delegation. There is a spreading of enthusiasm throughout the continent of Africa in terms of the possibilities of what we can do together, and it's growing, and it's a genuine, and people are seeing a new opportunity to get it right.
Now I see you tied Montgomery, Selma, Mobile, all into this initiative. What was the thinking there?
Well, one is we are all tied together. We're interrelated and interdependent. Mobile is significant in that the last slave ship that left Africa left from Benin, which is the country that's predominantly represented here, and came to Alabama, and they came to Mobile and set up a settlement. The slaves set up a settlement between Mobile and Pritchard called Africa Town. And so it is apropos that we go back to that place where the first entrance into this country of African people was established. It's also appropriate that we go to Montgomery because it is the capital city, and to meet with the governor, because we're not just talking about Tuskegee, we're talking about the entire state of Alabama. And certainly Selma, based on its historic civil rights contributions, is a place that we know we need to be, because it ties in the civil rights struggle, which is very similar to the struggle of the African people as they struggle to come from under oppression through colonization. So all of this kind of tapestry of municipalities that we are presenting to them is just telling the full story rather than just telling part of the story.
What message do you want Tuskegeans to get from this venture?
Well, I want them to get the fact that this is an opportunity to do something greater than we've ever done before, to establish a real substantive partnership with a continent that is connected to us through bloodline, Africa, to look at the economic development opportunities that will transform and change the lives of everybody in Tuskegee if what we are proposing comes to fruition. This is very, very big, and it's very, very possible because we're talking, and that if we can maintain the willingness and trust, we will bring this to fruition.
Your message to your African brothers and sisters?
We ask not what you can do for us. We only ask what we can do for you. We want to be your servants. We want to be able to help you, but we know that you have much to offer as well, and so we will give, and we will receive. We will impart, and we will be imparted to by each other. And so it is a mutual respect, a mutual benefit, and a mutual love that will catapult us mutually to the next level.